strawberry farmer earlier today. Now the Women's World Cup champion starts off the match.
One love.
This is a very unusual rally, quite atypical for both of these players, a bit slower and spinnier than usual. It's almost like they carry the burden of every other player who's played today. And they're quite tired, but I doubt that's the case, just feeling out each other's games.
1-all.
With good touch and short play, you can definitely suppress your opponent's power. We've seen that on both sides here so far. Step around forehand, it's a beauty, hooking off the side of the table. ZHU Yuling. Think about when you're playing matches, how much effort it takes to put extra side spin on the ball with your topspin. Michael Anderson there, many-time world champion, legend of table tennis. Managed to beat Dima not too many years ago in an invitational match. I think he was in his late 40s when he did it. Quite impressive. He's still playing several days a week in outstanding shape, looking sharp and healthy. Again, Sweden with a very rich history in table tennis. Matthias and Christian Carlsen, Tilda Ekholm, all working to get back in.
3-2.
Sort of hold up the reputation that Sweden's had over the years. ZHU Yuling, second serve, still leading by 1. I'm scratching my head too. Watching CHEN Xingtong right now, we saw how much power she had. The match she played against Chun Meng was very different. Again, like the boxers, keeping the gloves up, taking light swings here and there just to see who will fall for the big swing first. Unless ZHU Yuling has a big opening like she does, both players really just digging into each other in the short game.
3-4.
Looking for that opening attack. Reverse pendulum, and that's what happens when the big attack comes in. ZHU Yuling counters it right back. And the placement, we talked about predictability. If there's surprise, if you can fool your opponent, that's half of the battle right there at this level.
(6-3).
Cracking forehand, that light spin, and it comes back. Very little spin on it, a little bit long. Down the line this time once again, a familiar shot for ZHU Yuling. She's so smooth. Now we've seen scores quickly turn. Again, CHEN Xingtong has impressed me quite a bit. Against Wang Manyu last week, I thought it was going to be no chance. Wang Manyu's so strong. 12-10 in the 7th. CHEN Xingtong giving a strong fight.
9-3.
But still, CHEN Xingtong has not found her rhythm, settled into her game yet against ZHU Yuling. Quick receive, doesn't need a big motion here. CHEN Xingtong gets a fast serve into the body on the backhand side. The fast serve comes in, just a little bit to keep on top of the ball. Give it back, not a big stroke. Now 6 game points for the World Cup champion, ZHU Yuling, world ranked #1. Spin shot
11-4.
softly with the forehand and the backhand to finish. 11-4. ZHU Yuling takes game 1, and we'll be back for game 2 right after this.
Second game, CHEN to serve, level.
Back for game number 2. CHEN Xingtong has her work cut out. 11-4 losing in game 1. Oh, the ZHU Yuling specialty. Just stick the racket out no matter how hard it comes in and then turn it around, take the aggressive side. But CHEN Xingtong keeps it in play to save the point.
Love, 1-all.
I love it. As aggressive as CHEN Xingtong goes for that shot, ZHU Yuling looking to punch it back down the line. Not passive, not backing off. Taking it as a challenge. Quick footwork from ZHU Yuling. Covers the wide forehand, balances to save herself in the middle of the table to cover the backhand as well. Weibo. How are things going over there for the fans?
Two-all. Three-two.
Nice reverse pendulum serve here. Some topspin surprises ZHU Yuling. Again, we talked about Zhou Yu and Fan Zhendong. It's quite similar, a parallel situation over here. CHEN Xingtong. Oh, just out wide. Hand to the leg. ZHU Yuling walking a little funny for a moment. Hope she's all right. Point starts strong. Watching ZHU Yuling to see what happens here. Chases one down. No complaints so far. Doesn't seem to be holding her body.
2-5.
So CHEN Xingtong already passed by her score from game number 1. But instead of 11 on the other side, it's 2.
6-2.
Some funny contact from ZHU Yuling on her second to last shot, but CHEN Xingtong reads the ball well. Stays on top of the spin.
Seven-two.
This is as short of a receive as you can get. ZHU Yuling right off the bounce, sneaks that short receive in there and forces CHEN Xingtong to pop it up. Watch this, right off the bounce. And then from over the table, that's a confident receive from ZHU Yuling. Still a long way to go, she trails by 4. Outstanding play. How do you rebalance after all that? CHEN Xingtong chasing corner to corner. It's that soft opening shot from ZHU Yuling. That last open corner just missing. Change of heart. CHEN Xingtong looked like she was going to go down the line on the parallel shot to the backhand. Watches the ball a little bit longer and plays it the other way with some side spin as well. Second towel break of the game, and CHEN Xingtong leading by 4.
8-4.
Early off the bounce, keeping the wrist bent back, opening up the angles. ZHU Yuling making her way back in. Now for me, this is pretty crucial for CHEN Xingtong. She's the younger of the two players, 2 years the younger player. She's playing against world #1, someone who she knows can come back. Is quite steady, has recently beaten Liu Shiwen.
6-9.
So this is a big point to get back some momentum. And the pressure, ZHU Yuling trying to rush the forehand with CHEN Xingtong in good position there on the backhand corner. She now has 4 game points to tie it up, level the score at 1 game apiece. And Dunzo, 1-1 will be back for game 3 right after this.
Det här sättet går till CHEN Xingtong som drygar ut ställningen till 1-1. Vem vet, kanske bär framtiden ännu ett skilje i sitt sköte. Det får vi veta om ett tag. Härnäst väntar tredje set.
Third game, ZHU serve, love all.
So ZHU Yuling dominates game 1, gets it handed right back in game number 2, starts off with the serve in the third.
1 love.
Now, as you might recall from the start of this match, it was a little bit calm. Neither player was able to find the rhythm. So far, we've seen a lot more explosive shots, better rallies since then.
1-all.
Even in some of these short rallies, they feel longer and better than the first.
Let. 1-all. One, two.
Little fun fact for you, the winner of this match plays Ding Ning tomorrow in the women's singles final. For ZHU Yuling, it would be a World Championships rematch. For CHEN Xingtong, it would be a chance to be quite well noticed within the Chinese national team.
2-all.
I mean, after all, Swin Xia had 2 tournaments in a row where she just completely took the world by storm. Since then,
2-all.
she's become a household name in table tennis.
2-3.
That angle, though, bit of side, bit of top to go with it, of course, deep to the corner, and it's tied up at 3 points apiece. If I'm not mistaken, next year it sounds like they might be using multi-ball, so that this time between points you will not have. Players are going to have to think quicker, get prepared to come back and play points faster. Inside out forehand, CHEN Xingtong steps into the lead. A lot of good videos about the physical fitness that the women do in training for the Chinese national team.
3-5.
And I can tell you, if you try some of it, good luck keeping up, no matter who you are. Oh,
3-6.
break off the top of the net. A bit of fortune leaves ZHU Yuling standing there puzzled. Ding Ning, we saw some nice reactions against Kasumi.
Oh. 7-3.
Now, when do you see a serve like that from ZHU Yuling? That's pretty peculiar to me. Timo Boll, I think, one of the most fascinating stories in table tennis recently. The last few months, anyway. Came out against Dima serving backhand to save game 6. Oh, Burn takes the risk, goes out on a limb, but falls out of the tree as ZHU Yuling counters it the other way. Look at this one more time. Extension closes it, no chance for CHEN Xingtong. Short side, cross court, done.
5-7.
Heavier rotation on the serve this time from CHEN Xingtong. ZHU Yuling gets the ball off the top of the net, keeps it in play. Now within 2 at the second towel break.
5-7.
When you're world ranked #1, if you don't win the tournament, that's a disappointment. That's an underperformance.
Six-7.
But it's not just maintaining level to stay world #1. Wow, it looked like her arm melded into the phone. It's actually the girl behind, the row behind there in the audience. I was gonna say though, everybody else is working to improve and take your spot. Smart play, good timing and balance from CHEN Xingtong in the soft game. She can't come in too far because the ball come deep on the table and she'll pay for it. But this last one, she times it just right, tucks back the backhand and moves in quickly. These exchanges, these are the ones. CHEN Xingtong in the fast action covering the backhand corner wide. Comes back for middle. No forehand needed. Not in that replay. Parallel shot to change it up.
Seven-9.
I don't know. It's still early in the match, but CHEN Xingtong, again, to beat ZHU Yuling right now would be pretty huge.
7-10.
Serve comes long, CHEN Xingtong is there. 3 game points. Careful shot off the top of the net. CHEN Xingtong not rushing it. Third towel break of the game, 1 game point save for CHEN Xingtong. I'm impressed with her sense of calm. Some people change their game a lot when they get game points. They start to panic, try to rush through.
10-8.
Some do the opposite. They take it too soft and carefully, and the opponent comes in, some balls come loose. Let's see, 2 game points left. No complaints about this point. CHEN Xingtong covers the middle with the forehand to finish 11-8 for a 2-1 lead, and we'll be back for game 4 right after this.
Sin osidade position I startlistorna till trots verkligen en spelare att räkna med. Det visar hon när hon vinner 3:e set med 11-8. Stundtals genom bländande snabbt spel. Alltså 2-1 ledning inför 4:e set för CHEN Xingtong mot världsettan ZHU Yuling.
Fourth game, CHEN to serve, love all.
Game number 4, CHEN Xingtong in black, leading 2 games to 1 over the reigning World Cup champion for the women. World rank number 1, ZHU Yuling in red. Blast off the bounce, ZHU Yuling creating the angle quickly from the middle. She was set up well for that. I'm a little surprised CHEN Xingtong played it where she did.
Play.
It was a late decision, that's part of it.
1-all.
Went back for the backswing on the forehand instead of playing the backhand. ZHU Yuling earning the good positioning.
2-1. One, 3.
The fan club watching again. Keeping it calm, maybe. Haven't heard too much cheering yet for either side. I learned a little bit about the fangirl rules recently.
Let. 1-3.
It's interesting, pretty serious stuff in China. Different camps for different players.
2-3. Three-all.
CHEN Xingtong is one of very few players that I've seen actually cause much trouble with the slower spinny shots deep on the table to ZHU Yuling. Not much slower, but just overpowering with spin. Again, ZHU Yuling tends to get almost everything back on the table.
3-4.
So good variation from CHEN Xingtong. I wonder how many of the women, the short hair obviously to keep it out of the eyes, but I wonder, much like the Mickey House women from Japan, that team, how many of them cut their hair short so they have more time to practice and need less time drying?
5-3.
We will see. I mean, if you were really devoted, you'd shave your head then, right?
5-3.
Disappointing, that's what that is. No, it's fine. CHEN Xingtong up 2 here. Look at this.
6-3.
That stroke, the footwork is so smooth. CHEN Xingtong recognizes early that it's coming off the table, drops the racket low for that full swing, that backswing and that big forehand stroke to play the wide angle. Looked like for a moment Zhu Yuling thought it was a towel break. Started to walk over to the towel box.
4-6.
Umpire doing a good job of keeping her in check, saying play. Can't walk away from the table. Oh, man. This is as textbook perfect as it comes. Corner to corner, and then crushing through down the line on the step around. CHEN Xingtong, watch her create the wide angle.
4-7.
There's 1, 2, bam, done. Zhu Yuling like a snowflake up on 1 foot.
8-4.
Once again, but she can't put down that forehand flip. CHEN Xingtong looking for a 3-1 lead. If she gets it, Zhu Yuling is gonna have to undo what Chun Meng did to her last week in Germany. Beautiful
8-5.
receive inside out against the spin, mind you. CHEN Xingtong starting to move to the forehand as the spin would naturally guide the ball that way. That shovel serve. Trying to stay loose, a little self-massage to the quads out there. Little surprised she went back to the shovel serve after Chun Meng's perfect read the point before. Either way, she changed up her placement, moved a little more centrally on the table.
6-8.
Still a 2-point lead for CHEN Xingtong on the receive.
Let. 6-8. Go. 6-9.
Oh, power and
9-7.
placement off the table wide. Keeps it within 2. 6-10 down is not a fun place to be. 7-9, a little bit more optimism there. Oh, Zhu Yuling! Where does this come from? This is Fan Zhendong style, spinning 1 foot. This is a very risky shot. 1 block wide, short side of the table.
Lay. 9-8.
Wow, talk about optimism. 1-point game.
Big
point to reclaim some momentum and earn 2 game points. CHEN Xingtong coming into the 3rd towel break, up by 2.
Let. 8-10.
Oh, that's a tough one for Zhu Yuling in near the net, sitting that high. 11-8, CHEN Xingtong up 3 games to 1. We'll see what happens. World number 1 in some deep water right now. Game number 5 coming up right after this.
Eller om Zhu Yuling kommer börja krypa allt närmare när vi alldeles strax inleder set nummer 5.
Fifth game. Zhu to serve. Love all.
Zhu Yuling down 1-3, has to win every game from here on out. Starts the 5th with the serve.
Love 1.
I see more confidence from CHEN. She's stepping around, chasing the ball, From heavy spin shots to more aggression early on in the point, this is a player who's more free. Once again, quick movement to step around that corner. Feed me that long serve one more time. I'd like a refill. When the bare hand comes up, you know you've done something right, assuming it's not a let. Quality backhand from the middle, though. ZHU Yuling finding a bit of confidence there. And the last two games have been quite close. Little help off the top of the net for ZHU Yuling to tie it up. Again, when players get tensed and tight, sometimes those light rotation shots are really difficult. Dead serve.
2-3. Three all.
Full stroke, a lot of spin from ZHU Yuling. Tough to control the more passive play. CHEN Xingtong a bit more, I'd say, used to the high speed. More comfortable with the aggressive play anyway.
4-3.
Wow, surprise on that contact. Mostly side spin, a little bit of under as well, and it goes a long way. ZHU Yuling trying to stretch out that lower back between points. Not a lot of time. Power down the line. Off the towel box and over the barriers. Good throw from the volunteer. Last time we saw a throw like that, he got applause. Right at the baseline of the table, the counter.
(6-4).
ZHU Yuling Jayo, says the crowd. Go for it, add oil, ZHU Yuling.
(7-4). (5-7).
Well, ZHU Yuling definitely does need to at this point. Within two at the second towel break. CHEN Xingtong making her way over for the towel. ZHU Yuling will stay on the court.
5-7.
Love these patterns.
6-7.
1 point game again. ZHU Yuling must take this game and everyone after it. She wants to win the match. It's interesting to see CHEN Xingtong's face, the mouth, the way she sort of tucks the lips in to hold her breath while she's playing.
(8-6).
Maybe just for breathing through the nose, you can't imagine it would be so helpful to hold your breath while you're doing anything. I know in yoga they tell you, keep breathing. I think this is important in life, almost all areas, to just keep breathing. Excellent placement. The turn from the middle looked like she was going to go the other way, but lets the hand drag behind a second later. Watch one more time from the middle. It happens so fast in that replay, you can barely even capture it.
6-10.
And now 4 points, 4 match points to move on to join Ding Ning in the women's singles final, the championship match tomorrow. 20-year-old CHEN Xingtong.
6-10.
And she does it. CHEN Xingtong, congratulations. You've earned yourself a match with the Queen of Hearts tomorrow. And world number 1 has been knocked out of the tournament. ZHU Yuling fought hard, but could only take game number 1. 6, 8, 8, and 6 for the next 4 games after winning 11-4 in game 1. Some mental determination here and strength from the 20-year-old CHEN Xingtong. Well, this could earn her some chances to represent China internationally more and more on the World Tour, but we'll see her fight tomorrow. Stick around, we've got one more match coming up. Should be an exciting one. It's Fang Bo and Xu Xin for the last place in the final against Fan Zhendong tomorrow. Stay right here.
Det är herrarnas semifinal. Det är Xu Xin, världstrea, mot Fang Bo, världstia. Toppklass och förmodligen en annan forehand som vi kommer minnas ett tag framöver. Sista matchen om knappt 5 minuter alltså.